So today, finally, we've made it.
After about 3 or 4 days of waiting for good weather.
Mount Wellington, baby. It's the drive up, but look at that view, kinda.
In a second, ready?
In a second, ready?
Boom.
Look at that. Guys, now we are at the Cascades Female Factory. So this is where the female convicts, baby, were taken and put to work. And yeah, there's not actually much left of it. There's about 2 of these sort of buildings, and it's just the outlines of the actual structures that are left. You'll see in the footage, and we'll get some information about it. So this is basically the remainder. This is what it looks like from a bird's eye view. The borders of the yards, essentially, as opposed to the actual buildings that got demolished. Pretty interesting, because as of like 168,000 convicts that were brought over, 25,000 of those were women, and roughly around about 7,000 of those actually were in this convict site. There's that 220 women died at the factory, and their deaths were a result of a range of health problems, including complications from childbirth, venereal disease, typhus, chlorea, dysentery, tuberculosis, and consumption, whatever that was. But yeah. I was going to say, can you repeat what you said, baby, just then, off camera before, about the women?
Just like when they came here, they were into classes. There was like 3 distinct classes.
Yeah.
And it was like crime class, second class, and like third class.
Yeah.
And they try and like work their way up to get more rations and benefits and stuff like that. And they often get put on assignment and being given out to the men in society as like slaves or housewives, and work for them, which was usually, like, depending on the person, but they usually get beaten and get raped and treated pretty poorly. If they got pregnant, they were brought back here, sent back to the first lower class, crime class. Gave birth to the children in the factory. The children would have lived on site in a nursery where other convict women worked after they were weaned. So like whatever that is, children 8 months.
Yeah.
And then they would have to leave their child behind and go and work again, work their way back up. And the children were raised here as orphans basically. Yeah,
that is absolutely crazy. And the thing is too, I don't know, this is my first time over here. All you hear about is Port Arthur. Mm-hmm. You do not hear anything about Cascades Factory. It's like stunning, and there's so much here. Yeah, there you go, guys. So that's Mount Wellington up there. So we were up there earlier today. Oh, those clouds actually look really nice. But yeah, so... And here we are in yard 1. So like I said, it's not really much left of it. This is just it. You have to imagine the rest.
The spots where the walls were.
Oh.
All these markings is walls, basically.
Yeah, okay, right.
These are like these little cell thingies, like here, like toilets.
Yeah.
4-story building.
Yeah.
All the way around. In the far corner where those brown bronzy boxes are. They're solitary. It's with a solitary.
Oh wow. Okay.
Solitary cellars.
Yeah, it is really. It's like, I don't know. It's really interesting to be here, but it's also really hard to imagine. Like you can just.
Your imagination.
Yeah, but still, there's something about, because the walls are still here, right? So there's still something about being here with the walls up that makes you feel kind of like trapped. Yeah, in a way, in a weird way, even though we're not.
What?
Yeah, from top down.
Yeah.
You can map out what it looks like. So we're currently standing on the superintendent's quarters, where he could overlook basically the entire place.
But yeah, you can see like this was the rooms in the middle. They were all like slept as according to class. This was a chapel at the back that they had to go in like once a week or whatever. These are all just different rooms and storerooms and some used for different things. Right at the back was the cells, the confinement cells.
Yeah.
Solitary cells, sorry. It's hard to remember now, but...
Yeah, it's like, from the top though, it's a lot easier when you see everything laid out.
Yeah.
So these two around the place, and it shows like a bit of a description and the name of what their job was, service, everything like that, and then obviously like a little thing on perhaps how they looked or on their description and whatnot. So we're just going onto the other side of this entryway building, and there's more to see.
This is yard 3. It was built to be the separate apartments, which were to help them enforce a strict regime of silence and separation.
Yeah.
That's why you can see the outline and like the individual like cells.
Yeah, because yard 3 was for the most, I guess, for lack of a better word, like misbehaved or bad convict women, with first class being the ones that were best behaved, and
they were the ones that could go on assignment.
Yeah, they could go on assignment and basically just be like servants to men and stuff, like we said before. So yeah, they didn't want the class, say threes, to influence like the 2s and the 1s and so forth. So this is one of like the apartments where the class 3 women were kept.
It was sectioned in half, so they slept at the back half,
which
had a locked door, so they were in complete darkness at night. And then during the day they could sit in the front half, which had bars, so light came in, so they could work. So in here 23 hours a day, 1 hour out, allowed to exercise, always in complete silence.
Yeah, they weren't allowed to communicate with the other convicts, and sometimes they could be in these cells for up to 12 months, 23 hours a day. Pretty heavy. So this here is a list of all the babies that were born here and the age that they passed away, if they passed away. Most of them did, yeah, like newborn 1 day, 9 months, 1 month, 5 weeks, 15 months, some are 8 years, and yeah, as you can see, that's a long list. So this is the matron's quarters that would look over the women in yard 3, I think.
We're in yard 4.
Oh, we're in yard 4, there you go. Yeah, and people actually lived in here. It was like residential after it all closed down. The Cascades Factory closed down, so several families, and then it stopped being residential in 2003. And yeah, it's obviously like heritage listed now and stuff, but yeah, there's been like upgrades and improvements that each family's done to the place, so left their touch. But this is the only original building still standing in the whole Cascades Factory.